Oh, I'm Victor Wilkes, talking about my course, how to make a track or an album if you aren't even a musician. It's that simple. Today I want to talk about imposter syndrome, and essentially, that does not serve you. So, with imposter syndrome, we tend to compare ourselves to others. That's where we set the expectation, should we say, and obviously that's understandable. We have idols, we have people out there that really strongly inspire us. Now, the problem with this, when we then look at ourselves and we see, okay, we have all this potential, we have this idea, we have this dream that we want, and we've not got there yet. And it can seem like a mountain to climb because, well, they did it like this, so we're gonna copy them. It's a tricky one because sometimes, you've got someone you're inspired by and you think that's how you should do it. You should follow their path, and that can make sense to a degree because Abraham Lincoln, I think it was, said if you've got 5 hours to chop down a tree, spend the first 4 or 5 thinking about how you're going to chop it down, sharpening your tools as such, and then spend the final hour chopping it down. It's better than, like Minecraft, punching a tree for 6 hours. In the real world, that doesn't work. So, yes, we could follow someone else's system, and that could give us a better way and a quicker way of achieving our art form or our goal or our task or our business. However, wouldn't it be better and ideal if we could incorporate what's in here, to create something truly unique? That would also help combat our imposter syndrome. If we're making something truly unique that someone else hasn't done before, then how can you say that this isn't a legit, authentic product? It's like, okay, people can try and do what you do, but at the end of the day, it's you, it's your own creation, it's completely unique. And if you honor that and follow that, I think you're in for a lot of success there. Just because it's something that isn't truly repeatable, I think it's good, obviously, to take inspiration from others who have done something great because they can save you a lot of time, obviously. But when I see bands, for instance, cover other bands, I often just think the cover is 90% as good as the track that I'd heard before. And I'm like, well, why did you bother doing that when I could listen to the original, which is 100% better? You get bands that try and replace the singer of Queen when he dies, and actually the replacement singer is pretty cracking. But it's not the same, is it? It's not the same. So I always encourage something new and something different, and I think you owe that to yourself to create something that's yours and really be proud of yourself for that. How are you going to measure that success anyway? You can define ways of success, but the fact that you even showed up and you did it, and if you don't do it, let's say you've got a track or a business or whatever that you want to promote. I'm going to go with a track. If you don't do that, you will spend your whole life wondering what could have been and this kind of magic potential. And because you've not used it and at least given it a go, you never know where these places will take you and how and what room you might land in for doing something and showing up. When you actually take the steps to do that, you're not left wondering because you've actually done it. So anyone that's feeling imposter syndrome, my biggest advice to you is just do it anyway and give it a go. And if you start now, best time to start was 2 years ago. Second best time to start is now. If you start now, you've got time, and if you devote that time and you devote your love and your craft into this, you are surely going to make something beautiful. So that's what I would say on imposter syndrome. Don't compare yourself to anyone. You can take inspiration from others, of course, but at the end of the day, it's just absolutely wacky what every human can come up with. And it's actually, a lot of the time, it's the dumb people that do something spectacular. So there, I've said it. You go forth and you do what you want to do and you live your dream. And I'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much. I'm Victor Wilkes, and this is me.